4th of November.
We got some big games tonight, man. We got the Knicks, we got the Bucks, we got the Lakers, we got the Suns. Who y'all got? In-season tournament environment has been stupid, been going crazy, wild, energy's up. And I'll tell you right now, I got Bucks coming out, and I got the Suns coming out. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. That's how I'm feeling, man. Oh, and by the way, I took Damian Lillard over points at 28. D-Book at 28.5. Damian Lillard at 27.5 on points. I took LeBron over at 25.5 on points. Fuck him.
Among the best in the biz. New York's gone 10-3. Milwaukee has gone 11-4. Shaq, how do you see this matchup tonight with a spot in Vegas on the line?
I think Milwaukee should win, and they should win easily.
Easily?
Yeah.
Wow. They've won 8 in a row in their gym.
And I think this is the part of the season, the beginning, the middle, after also.
Talk to him, Shaq.
When you have a team that's built for championship, and this team is definitely built for championship, you got a great big man, you got a great closer, a guy who's a great free throw shooter, and you got 2 others that can give you high-point games in Middleton and
Talk to him.
So this team right here is my favorite to win the championship. But again, championship mentality. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat, stay above 500 on the road, and be dominant at home. They definitely have what it takes. They should beat this team easily. They should start sending messages now. Kenny
right now.
Point, if you can win the in-season tournament thing and then win the Larry O'Brien, that's just showing everybody that you've been focused all season. But I'm really concentrating on Milwaukee, seeing what they can do, because they have the perfect championship team.
I think Milwaukee's going to close it out. I ain't going to lie to you. He's talking facts. They got the perfect team. Come on, man.
Dame is scheduled to join us here in this pregame show, too, by the way.
I would say that there are certain teams that have, I call tough covers, meaning you're a better team, but there's a couple of matchups that you might have trouble with, and you might have trouble with that team. And I think with Brunson at the point, because Dame is a scorer, but Brunson is a facilitator and a guy who can really put pressure on you. So as we watch the Milwaukee Bucks, I also say the other tough cover for them is Julius Randle, because he's not your traditional 4. He handles the basketball differently. So they don't really play I don't think the style of play that Milwaukee could dominate because of those 2 guys. And I think this game is going to be interesting because of that. Tough covers.
The thing that concerns me if I'm Milwaukee, Brunson handed it to him last time.
Yeah,
he had
45.
45.
Yeah.
That's a tough cover.
And that's
Went crazy. He sure did go crazy. Brunson's going to be locked in.
Milwaukee beat him because these guys were in the same group.
But the one question about Milwaukee is going to be Dame's defense. And he's not a great defender.
He's not terrible, though. He going to try. He not James Harden. Come on now.
He's going to have to play defense if this team's going to make it to the finals. But the most important thing, to piggyback on Shaq's point, sometimes when you end up having to play a Game 7 on the road instead of at home, you say, damn, we had to won one more game. These are the type of games you win in December that you get Game 7 at home in the playoffs. But you don't think about that right now. So to piggyback on Shaq's point, when you're playing a team like this that you should beat, you got to get it done.
How do you think the addition of Damian Lillard, teaming up with Giannis, has progressed to this point? And how long does it normally take?
I ain't going to lie, before Shaq answered that, the fact that they're winning games and there is no figure it out type thing going on like the Clippers, I think that's a plus. This is the biggest shock that we've seen all year. This duo is crazy. Very, very dominant ball handlers. Very, very ball. They're dominant. The fact that they're not clashing is a plus to me. And the team around them, the players, they're doing their part. They know they're role players. Very good ones. And they support the 2 who mold that team, and they know that.
Mind for guys to feel comfortable together?
It probably takes a little bit, or probably half a season. And, they both have unselfish mentalities, but, I said this the other day, sometimes you have to be selfish and unselfish at the same time. What I mean by that, if I'm playing with Dame, I'm still going to get my 28-10. However, when I get double, he's going to be the first guy I'm looking for. Rather than me trying to come down every play, look for Dame, look for Dame, look for Dame, look for Giannis. Do what you do, The other guy play off me, and I play off him. You know, I think like when they first started together, they're looking for each other. Dame, if you wide open coming off that pick and roll, shoot the three. I'm Giannis. I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna take it off the board, and I'm gonna go coast. So the point I'm trying to make is don't wait for me. You do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do, and then we do it collectively.
Talk to him, Shaq.
Can we, if you could put that graphic up one more time, what do you take away from what you see on these splits with Dame up and down the line here from the first 8 games to the last 10?
Well, for me, it tells me. So to me, it was always going to be hardest on Dame because he's the new guy coming into the mix, and he's the point guard.
Man, fuck that. Dame gonna go out and do what Dame does. Fuck you mean?
And he's never played with other players like the guys he's got now. He's never played with anybody like Giannis for sure. But now he's got Middleton, he's got Lopez, he got Portis. You know, he don't get to go one-on-one as much as he used to. But you can see he's starting to get more comfortable. But I've always thought, when you're a great player, you have to say to yourself, I can get my shot anytime I want to.
Anytime.
Sometimes you have to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get Bobby Portis a shot. I'm going to get Lopez a shot. I'm going to get Middleton
Dame he does well with that, bro.
Shot. And that's going to be the biggest adjustment for Dame because he's the point guard. Because he could go one-on-one every single time and shoot a three and be a one-on-one, but that's not the way basketball goes. Your point guard has to distribute the ball.
Do you feel like Milwaukee has taken a step back defensively?
Of course.
No.
No.
I mean, Drew Holiday.
Certainly ranking-wise, they have. They were number 4 defensive rating last year. They're
No,
number
bro.
21 this year.
Yeah. Forget what we saw last night with Tyrese Halliburton with Drew Holiday because he had his way. But Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders in the league, and yes, you're going to miss that because he slows down the pace of the game, so he doesn't allow you to play at a certain pace.
I guess, but I don't think so, bro.
Going back to Dame, I just think on a smaller scale, it's not the same, but a smaller scale, it's the Kobe Shaq effect that Dame brings to Giannis in this regard. At the end of games, at times they said, okay, they're going to foul Shaq.
Look at Shaq over there.
Who's not a great free throw shooter. So we put the ball in Kobe's hands and let him only finish. So they were doing the same with Dame. They said, put it in Dame's hand, let him only finish. He's a great foul shooter. Then Middleton's a great foul shooter. And Lopez. You had Ori, Fox, Kobe. So you had 3 other guys who can really shoot free throws and just let him finish. So
He's talking. See, they interested now. They interested. At first, when he made that, Shaq was a little thrown off, but now he's interested.
So now
okay,
you foul Giannis dunking it, and it's a difference with Dame on the floor.
You were getting kind of a wince. You know that look that
with inside.
Yeah, you were.
Gets
You see what I'm saying?
But
you know what I'm saying?
you actually said I could call Giannis Superman.
Yes, you may.
So, okay, so there's the comparison.
Actually, no, not him.
Now he can't, what?
Joker.
Now Joker's Superman now.
Joker is that
but
nigga.
you make great points with me not.
That was see. I'm telling you, that was a great point. They locked in on that one.
Sure. We decided fourth quarter is yours. Get me going, like what I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna get mine. Let me get mine, and then fourth quarter give it to you. So, great points. I don't know about the comparison, but the analogy was pretty good.
There you go, being petty.
No, I'm not. No.
Ernie, they were gonna take a step back. As great a player as Dame is, he's not Drew Holiday on the defensive end.
And coaching, new coaching too.
Well, the coaches, but I'm talking.
But Adrian Griffin, a defensive-minded guy.
We don't know that. This is his first year coaching.
I know, but
coached 20-something games.
But that was certainly the mentality he had as a player.
But that doesn't. Ernie, that sounds good in theory, but that's.
But he talked about that as he took the job, that he was going to bring that same kind of a mentality.
Yeah, but that's just talk as a coach talk because
I got
just because you.
Chuck be killing me, bro.
But he had.
They call him bluff.
Ernie, that sounds good in theory, but that's.
I know, but he talked about that as he took the job, that he was going to bring that same kind of a mentality.
Yeah, but that's just talk as a coach talk because just because you a defensive-minded coach, Dame is the player he is by now. Can he get better defensively? Yes. But there's not a guy who's been in the league as long as Dame. Like, Drew Holiday is a defensive specialist. Marcus Smart is a defensive specialist. Yep. The notion that you're going to take a great offensive player after double-digit years and say, be a stopper now, that doesn't work like that.
Ernie,
now, he got to get better defensively.
What are teams averaging this year in points?
What, about 115 or so?
So my question is anybody playing defense?
No.
Nope.
Think about that.
No,
Teams
not on a
averaging
high
150.
level.
Yeah, but
That's true.
Shaq, the elite teams,
What elite team?
the elite teams, that no team that's bad defensively is going to win the championship.
That's not
You
true.
can't be 30th and win the championship. You, in my opinion, you have to be top 15. That's just my part. You have to be in the top half.
We're going to check.
Yeah. I mean,
And New York, number 6 right now, about 105 a game they allow.
yeah, but that's a little deceiving. Because you talk, like, remember when Kenny talked about last night how Indiana plays at a tremendous pace?
Having the 29th pace in the league is
Yes.
contributing to that.
You know, just because if you play slow, you're going to play better defense.
Remember them Cleveland Cavaliers team?
Those Fratello
Coach
joints.
Fratello, man.
Hey, don't talk about Fratello. That's my guy.
We didn't say
82-75.
We didn't say he wasn't a great coach. We said that they played slow. That's what we said. We never said that. But if you played there, you were like, well, I could put on. I don't even need track shoes for this game. Like,
Yeah, but,
they're not going fast.
That Knicks thing is a little deceptive because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what is your feeling on New York, though, right now? Okay, we talk about the defense there. But
Shit, New York could
look at
run.
Julius Randle, who appears to be getting back into a rhythm. He had left ankle surgery in the offseason. Last few games he's been okay. R.J. Barrett has struggled because he had migraines for a while. He still hasn't really gotten back.
In the last 3 years, the Knicks, they got the same team. Am I correct?
Yeah.
They haven't added
Oh,
anything.
shit.
So thinking the move is going to end differently, it's not going to end differently. The Knicks need to make a trade because they're at best, and I'm not looking at the standings, they're not even there. Boston, Milwaukee, and Philly, they're on a whole nother level in the Eastern Conference.
I have
Oh,
a
no, no.
thing.
That's true.
We're talking about the East, and you guys can answer this. This is why the Knicks are going to stay in the middle. Every game that they play, they always have the second best player. You play Boston, you got the second or third best player. You play Orlando with Banchero. They don't have a player that's better than Banchero. Milwaukee, we know they don't. Philadelphia, they don't. The Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton is the best player on the floor, if you say that.
Correct.
If you play the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler is the best player on the floor. You play the Cleveland Cavaliers, you have Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
You don't have the best player on the floor no night. Now, they can play better than you, but they are not walking into the gym and saying,
You have no
"That's the
margin
best
for
player."
error.
Right.
That's why I said the first night, I said the Knicks need to make a trade because they could get a good matchup. Like the last year, they just manhandled the Cavs, but they're not.
That's
gonna
true,
be
though.
this top
They have no
team as
matchup.
this team.
And if you look at it,
They got no
from
star.
standards,
In New York, that's a crazy
makes
thing.
guys
How you ain't
good.
got no fucking
They
star
said
in New
keep
York,
dreaming.
bruh?
And
That's crazy.
they're okay. But, you know, when you have that New York attitude, we won championships. Do I see championship future with this team? No,
Hell no.
they definitely need another guy. Sometimes I question if Randall can be that guy.
Nah,
And
shut
you know,
up.
that
Hell
guy
nah,
just
Shaq.
go up and down like they
Make
showed
me
his
turn
first
you
8
off right
games,
now.
13, and then you can't. When you that guy, you can't have that. You got to be whatever you are. I see him as a 26, 27 guy at night. You know, he showed us that when he was in Atlanta, but the Hawks came back and did what they did. But as a superstar, Ernie, you can't go up and down. So if they are going to go further, it starts with him.
And he's not even the best player on the team.
I think he is.
Brunson's the best player on the team.
Brunson is a
debatable.
jock.
It's debatable.
Well, okay, we can disagree, but Brunson's the best player. But they need to do something because I hate teams that are mediocre or good, solid teams. Let me rephrase that. You're not a contender. And they got 125 draft picks. What are they saving those draft picks for? Because they're going to win enough games to get a crappy draft pick. And you might as well go for it.
When these teams met,
True.
again, in the same group, so when they met in the in-season tournament, Bucks beat them 110-105. Dame had 30 in that game. Giannis had 22, 8, and 6. Brunson, as we pointed out, had 45 in that game. So we see what happens here in a game that will determine who gets to the semifinals of the in-season tournament and take on the Indiana Pacers. Understand that
Hey,
Damian
Shaq
Lillard
is
is
fucking
being mic'd
hilarious,
up
bro.
even as we speak. So we certainly eagerly anticipate see if Damian Atlanta. We sounding okay to you?
Yep, I can hear you.
Very good. Let's see if you can multitask here, because That looked like it might be tough to do. But, hey, here's the deal. It seems to me, just from the outside looking in, like this tournament has kind of grown on you guys. And from the very start of it to now, you kind of have a better understanding of it and what it's going to mean if you can stay alive in it. True?
Yeah, I think it's growing on everybody a little bit more. In the beginning, we didn't really know what it was. We just knew money was on the line. And then you start to learn more over the course of time, and I think everybody just wanted it more and more, and now it's turned into, you know, real entertainment, real competitive basketball, man. We're playing for something.
Dame, Shaq here. We all know you're a true unselfish player. When you first got to Milwaukee, did you find yourself looking for Giannis a little bit too much?
You talking about on the court?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was, you know, one of those things where you're playing with another star and you don't want to step on his toes too much coming into his situation. You know, and just trying to find that middle ground and being myself and doing what they brought me here to do. And that takes time, you know what I'm saying? But once I kind of got in a better groove and got in a better flow, it started to happen naturally. But I think that's normal though. So I definitely did in the beginning, but I'm slowly starting to get more and more comfortable.
Dame, when you're a great player, you can get your shot anytime you want it. How has the adjustment, like, you know what, I got to get this ball to Middleton, I got to get this to Lopez, I got to get it to Portis. How have you made that transition?
I think that's probably been the easiest part. I think when you are the guy on the team and you have all this responsibility, you go home some nights and you complain about, man, you know, I need this, I need that, and I need, you know, I want to have a guy like this or a guy like that. And then when you get in a situation where
Nigga, shoot the ball. Get your motherfucking shots up.
You're going to have to score 30 every night, or you're probably not going to always have the ball. It can be a little bit weird. So, you know, when I find myself in that situation, you know, I just embrace it. So far this season, that's kind of been my mentality, is to embrace it. And, you know, it's not going to be about what I've done my whole career. It's going to be about, you know, how I got to play here for us to win. And that's going to take some sacrifice and some understanding of what the situation is. And that's been my mentality. You know.
Nigga, get your shots up.
You know, Dame, you've been in Portland so long, and now you made the transition. What's the biggest surprise about being in Milwaukee, the mean streets of Ernie Johnson's hometown?
Nah.
Man, I don't know what I'll say the biggest surprise is, but I would say just being a part of a winning culture, you know, when everything is not perfect. You know, obviously we won a lot of games in Portland, and, you know, it's a great organization. We had a lot of great years, but, you know, it's a lot of things that we're in the process of right now, trying to learn each other, learning a new coach, trying to figure things out. You know, it hasn't been perfect, but we've been able to win a lot of games through that. So I would say that speaks to, like, the winning culture here. It's just being able to learn things on the fly and put it all together, but still be able to win these games.
Are you a big fan of bratwurst yet, Dame?
A big fan of who?
Bratwurst.
I can't hear you clearly.
The food, okay.
He doesn't know what bratwurst is.
You said bratwurst, like the leg. I wouldn't say a big fan, but I have one.
I got you. Hey, appreciate the time, man. Good luck.
Like the leg.
Nigga don't want no glizzies.
I wouldn't say a big fan, but I have one.
I got you. Hey, appreciate the time, man. Good luck tonight. Always good talking to you, Dave.
Appreciate it. Y'all enjoy the game.
We will,
What's the name of the soul food place I took y'all?